We're going to go to Alex on line one. Alex, how are you, friend?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Yeah, we have an office. Well, it's not an office, but the trailer full of truck drivers. But yeah, we have one guy that takes all our tickets and takes all our money. And I think he knows better, considering we probably all break his legs.
Well, that's we were just talking in here, and one of our coworkers, who will go nameless at this point, said that she would be tempted to take off and run, but she said, "Oh, maybe I'll give you guys 20,000." I said, "With that 20,000, I think I'd hunt you down and get you."
Yeah, I get you.
Ashley better hide good.
It wasn't Ashley. Now, do you guys take any precautions?
No, actually, we're pretty good about it. He has like a checklist of guys that gave money. I mean, I guess not really, because he keeps that list. But last week when the guy from Hammond won the $1 million,
right?
I get on the CB and I say, "Hey, where did you buy that ticket? Please tell me you bought it in Hammond." He said, "Yeah, why?" I go, "Please tell me it was Nick's Liquors." He goes, "No, but that's usually where I buy it." I bought it down. I go, "You better be telling the truth, because the guy just won at Nick's Liquors." And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "I stopped at the gas station before there because I had to get gas, and that's where I bought him this week." So
that was Louis Namoff won that. East Chicago boy.
Yep, that's not my guy, so we're good.
Well, see, and it makes you wonder if you could trust people nowadays, because
maybe he knows Louis Namoff.
Yeah, and have someone else claim the ticket. Right. See, you gotta wonder. All right. What do you think? Get even or get it over, or get over it? That's the would you rather question.
I get even, dude.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of a vengeful person myself, but they say that will drive you nuts.
Getting even or getting over it?
No, getting even. If you just if you can't let things go, it eventually. I know.
If you can't let things go, then you can't just get over it.
That's what I'm saying. You have to teach you have to teach. One more question, and we're going to go take a couple commercial breaks. Would you rather? This is one of our would you rather questions again today. Have sand in your shorts or water in your ear?
Wow, sand in my shorts.
Ooh, ow! I'll take water in my ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's annoying. That I can't do. No.
And sand in your shorts isn't annoying?
It's not. Well, sand in my shorts is annoying, but like I feel like the levelers in my head. You know what I mean? The wood level.
Right.
That's what I feel like is going on in my head if I had water in me. So I know I couldn't handle that. Drive me nuts.
Too funny today. Right. Senior drivers are worrying about giving up their car keys. I believe they said 10,000 people a day turn 65 or older now. And it says almost half the nation's older drivers worry about losing their freedom and mobility when it's time to give up driving, according to a new survey by the Auto Club by AAA. Perhaps, though, to dispel the notion that older drivers are more dangerous, AAA found that drivers 65 and older often self-police themselves, meaning they bring it upon themselves.
Right.
61% don't drive in bad weather, 50% avoid night driving, and 42% don't drive in heavy traffic, and the rest don't care at all because they have big old Cadillacs that they don't mind smashing up.
Indeed.
I think they ought to make it, and that's something to talk about. My grandmother is 91, and she still drives.
Wow.
And she drives good, actually. I mean, but there's going to come that day when I certainly wouldn't want some punk kid telling me I couldn't drive anymore. And if you've ever had that experience, I think that's I know it's a little more of a serious subject to talk about, but 219-845-1100 is, how do you approach that? Because as they're saying, 10,000 people a day, our society's becoming older. Have you had anyone like older you had to take the keys away from?
My grandmother. It was getting to the point where she was not paying attention to what she was doing. She drove a very large Lincoln Town Car.
Right.
And fender benders, signs. She had talked me into painting a sign for her hairdresser because she knocked it over. And then she ended up having a very slow vehicle versus person accident. No damage to the person, thankfully. But she would never call her insurance. Never ever call the insurance.
Who made the decision? Did you?
My mother. My mother.
And how did your grandmother handle that?
She had to handle it. We have to take your keys away from you because you just can't.
What if they say no?
Then
you gotta call. I mean,
we took the keys. That was it. Grandma said, "Oh no, I can still drive."
That's called Grand Theft Auto, I believe.
No. And it's, I mean, there's a whole story I could tell, certainly off the air, about what we're dealing with right now. But basically my mother had to convince my grandmother that, you know what, if you're not going to bother to call the police when there's an accident, you're not going to bother to call your insurance when there's an accident, you have no business driving. And my grandmother, as stubborn as she still is, there was no way in hell she was ever going to do the right thing.
Right.
Because, it costs too much.
Well, it's one of those questions where I think, pretty much all of us are going to have to deal, especially as people live longer nowadays. And, the older people make, I'd be interested to see what the percentages of young people get in accidents, because most of the people I see pulled over or in accidents are under 30. So I think with the texting and the people being so distracted, I think.
Were you talking to me? I was texting.
No.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. Just saying that I'd be interested in what the percentages are for young people accidents as opposed to old people accidents. We're going to go to Tony on line 1. Hey, Tony, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You got some good subjects.
Thank you.
Which one did you want me to touch on?
Whatever one you want to talk about. We're talking about the getting your. Well, how old are you, Tony?
75.
And you still drive, sir?
Yes, I do.
Now, do you think your capabilities of driving are diminishing as you get older?
Of course.
Now, do you think voluntarily that someday you'll give up your keys?
Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. I mean, those are the two things in life. When you're a kid, getting your first, getting a car and being able to be mobile. Getting a bike is the first one, and being able to leave your block, and then getting your own car, and or getting a car. Well, Tony, what age do you think? Is it just should there be an age limit, or should it be a test you have to take?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that would be the fair way to give them an actual driving test.
Absolutely.
Let me give you an old adage about getting even.
Okay.
If you want vengeance, you should dig two graves. One for the guy you get vengeance against, and one for yourself.
You know, I know that's good advice too. I just wish I am a vengeful person. I can't help it. There are some things I've let go, but there are just some things I just really would I like to get even with that person again. There's another saying. I remember. I don't know where this one, but I've heard this one before. There was some society years ago. I don't know if it was in China, but if you killed a man, they would make you carry his dead body on your back, and eventually you would realize what that burden is.
Wasn't that an initiation for the Masons?